Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, episode X of Under the Radar. Now today we're gonna find out about the story of Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now everyone knows what became of the Greek Freak, but no one knows how it happened. Now I'm showing you one of his first games as a professional basketball player. This is in Greece with his former team. A couple of NBA scouts were in attendance because of his height and his athleticism and the fact that you're a small forward that's 6'11". That's not normal. The average small forward in the NBA is around 6'8", 6'9". But no, Giannis is nearly a 7-foot guy. Look at that, easy block. Literal easy block. Look at that. That guy is 6'7" or something and he just blocked him. Man is cruising like a little race car and look, easy kick out. But unfortunately his teammate wasn't able to make the bucket. Now Giannis during this time was in his little baby stage of the freak. Now, as you notice here in his highlights, he's a little bit thin. He's kind of like me. Not as thin as me, but he's kind of thin. But during this time, I think he was either 17 or 18 years old. I'm like, Jesus Christ, oh, look at that poster. Nasty poster. But imagine an 18-year-old doing this. Look at him, he's just pushing adults. Look at that, easy kick out. But still, his teammates didn't make buckets. Now, what I find interesting about Giannis' journey and story to the NBA is he had to do a lot of work. I mean, he was selling flowers in the streets along with his brothers. He actually sold with his brother flowers in the street, which I think is Thanis. I'm not sure Kostas was born during that time of need, but I'm sure it's Thanis since Thanis is the oldest out of all four brothers. But they also had to borrow shoes, and they were helped and funded by a very kind civilian with a cafe in Greece. So that's pretty cool. But, you know, it's not normal you get a guy that's a small forward that's 6'11". Now, I like emphasizing that, man. You're 2 inches taller than LeBron James. Just that mere height advantage. Now, this really emphasizes future. Now, we've seen a lot of European beasts and Middle Eastern beasts that are like 7'3", 7'4", but can't move. But Giannis can. He had the speed, but during this time, he did not have the power. His power was not there yet. But little small market teams like Milwaukee started to take notice that, hey, this guy has a solid build, solid frame. But just imagine if we just developed him a little bit more. This guy could be really something in the NBA. And they were right. This guy became a big part of the NBA. I mean, this guy is a 4-time All-Star, for crying out loud. He's the mere example of European bigs these days. Passing and finishing. Now, you see a little bit of flashes of his shooting form here and there in the highlights here, even though he's developing it in the NBA. This gym, I think, is like around the high school range, so I think that's the reason why he can shoot more. But in the NBA, he's really developing his jump shot. But when he does develop one jump shot, man, he's gonna be a monster. He's gonna make everybody suffer, no matter inside and outside the paint. I mean, he's giving LeBron James a hard time, and he's not even shooting. But now, since we start like seeing him shoot, just like Pascal, since Pascal's now making it more constant of him shooting. That's why he's getting better as a player overall. Technically, in Toronto's matter, it's like Kawhi never left. Yes, Kawhi left. That really affected their offense and defense. But they got their own Kawhi. They just literally had him the whole time. They used him, they utilized him, but not as much as Kawhi did. And now they're utilizing him like how they utilize Kawhi. They might be serious title contenders. Now look at Giannis. He's doing very smart post moves. Now if you don't know which one's Giannis, I mean, everybody here is skinny, so He's number 11 right there. I don't know why he's number 11, but hey, this is probably like a little professional game. It's not too big, but it's like a little small tournament that's held in Greece, I think, every year. But that's pretty cool. You know, some of the best like Greek professional basketball players play there sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. At least one or two people like at least come back. But after seeing much success in Greece, he was drafted into the NBA. Now look at him. He made his debut against the Brooklyn Nets. And I think he was off the bench. So like the starting lineup during that time was Larry Sanders. Larry Sanders was like one of the best like role playing small forwards during that time in the NBA. I'm not saying like completely goated or like 20 points per game, like how Giannis easily developed. I mean, during that season, he only averaged 7 points. And then he doubled that to 12, and it got bigger to 16, then to 20, and now the beast we know today. I mean, look at this. Man, like the Bucks were a little scared of placing him against the Nets. I mean, the Nets during that time were very hostile and very needy of their games, most especially with Joe Johnson during that time. I mean, Joe Johnson was an absolute killer in Brooklyn. Also, Deron Williams, man, that guy was a bona fide monster. I mean, representing like Team USA in so much occasions, like the Olympics, and along with Kobe, that was amazing. And now the Bucks were a little scared of placing him on starting. I mean, this kid is quite skinny. I mean, he's handling his own out there, but I'm not sure he could be ready for like 20 minutes of action. But they saw flashes of greatness with Giannis. So, him and Chris Middleton were utilized as a future tag team duo, which ended up becoming one of the best duos and all-star duos in today's NBA. Now, the Greece national team took notice about Giannis's actions here in the NBA. They saw that, okay, this guy was being pretty great. I mean, there was no solid Greece national player to ever make it to the NBA, and Giannis was one of the first. I mean, Nick Kalathis was over him by like a couple of years, but he didn't find major success and major longevity during that time. I mean, him and the Grizzlies were basically in question. But the Bucks, they didn't have anything to lose with Giannis. I mean, they weren't a playoff team. They were just like the Suns who kept on rolling in and rolling out the playoffs. You know, those guys that keep just bouncing up and bouncing down. It's like sometimes I make it to the 8th seed, sometimes I fall to the 10th. So the Bucks literally gave the biggest risk that actually rewarded them in the long run. Since they invested in their future, which other teams should take note of, they ended up finding great success later. So, after a couple of years, with Giannis really representing Greece in the NBA, the Greece national team decided to start him already. And look at him. He's beasting in the FIBA 2019 World Cup along with other co-star Nick Kalathis, who I previously featured in my videos. I mean, just look at them. They're an iconic duo. Look at that spin cycle into the dunk. Now you guys can really differentiate thin Giannis and buff-ass monster Giannis. Man, look at that spin dunk. He just neutralized the whole of the New Zealand Tall Blacks' defense. But look at that. Okay, 14.8 points isn't amazing in like how you guys are saying it, but in a European team standpoint that you're averaging that much with 8 rebounds, that's like godlike almost. Because European teams like Greece, Spain, Montenegro, Turkey, who else? Like other European teams, Germany, Dutchland, that's what they're called. They like passing the basketball, and look at him. He just totally torched Team USA. And he also blocked and totally destroyed Spider Mitchell from completely rejecting him. Oh, I'm sorry. I just went a little British there since like the commentator during the US versus the Greece match, It was British, you know. Oh my God, you know. And look at him just dunking and destroying the defense. Now, they were like one of the most favorites in the whole entire tournament, but unfortunately, they were neutralized. I don't know how. It's just the Giannis kind of slowed down a bit. You know, he got a little tired. You know, that's why they unfortunately lost. But look at him, man. He's like, get off my way, Derek. Get out of my way. You were in the G League. Get out of my way. Get out of my way, Miles. Look at that. Easy kick out. Look at that. He slayed the whole of the Czech Republic. The only thing that Czech Republic actually has is Thomas Satoransky. And after that, they had nothing. And the fact that this was an easy, chill game for Giannis against Brazil. I mean, they had former vets Anderson Varejao, former Cleveland Cavalier and Golden State Warrior. And as seen earlier, he blocked Leandro Barbosa, formerly as the Golden State Warriors and NBA champion. Look at that. He just ran away with it, man. I mean, FIBA, I was so excited for FIBA. Because, like, man, I've seen, like, a lot of amazing teams over the years just, like, decide, okay, this guy could be in our final roster. But Greece had it packed. They've assembled their best roster that people have seen. Not only Giannis was there, but Thanis was there to support him in the bench. He got Thanis, he got Kostas Papatrou, Kostas Lukas, Kostas Papanikolaou. He had Nick Kalathis along there. That was a monster squad. But unfortunately, they got taken down by a very surprising team. And I think, if I remember correctly, they got taken down by Argentina. Luis Scola, man, he was averaging like at least a triple-double. He might be 50 years old, but he's been averaging like 20. It's like he never aged at all. It's like, I'm 25 still, man. But let me discuss about the playoff odds in the bubble for the Bucks. I think they might win the championship. Everyone thinks that way. I mean, if you're having Giannis having the best year of his career, 25.5 last year, 12 rebounds. Man is like a bona fide center. I bet he's averaging 30 right now, since the websites haven't really released how much he's averaging currently. But I'm telling you, this guy could be in the finals if he can slay the Celtics and the Toronto Raptors. Now, basketball is not a single game, okay? You cannot win it on your own unless you're Wilt Chamberlain or LeBron James. Now, LeBron, yes, he took them to the finals because he's freaking Superman. But if Giannis can prove that he could carry the Bucks on his back to defeat those two amazing all-around teams, this man could be in a GOAT conversation. I mean, he has so much accolades under his bag, including MVP. All he needs is a ring to really secure like a very dominant like couple of years. I mean, you did it within 4 to 5 years of being in the NBA, and he's already a 4-time All-Star. He was the Taco Bell Skills Contest winner. He was a Rising Star Challenge. He went NBA All Defensive Team and All NBA First Team and MVP. I mean, Jesus, man. This guy is dominant. But all I could say is he needs help from Chris, Eric Bledsoe, and Brooke. As long as he has their help, along with George Hill and Dante DiVincenzo, I bet it'll be a breeze to go through the East. The East is going to be hard against the Raptors. I think I'm really scared of the Raptors, of all people, because they're playing amazing basketball. I mean, I'm shocked. I mean, they're second seed without Kawhi. I'm like, they're really the defending NBA champions. And the Celtics, they have a really good all-around team with Jaylen Brown, Carson Edwards, Gershon Yabusele. Oh, I'm joking. Gershon's now in China. Joking. But Taco Fall, Kemba Walker, and other people. Jason Tatum. You know, there's a lot of good people. But my prediction is Lakers in the finals against the Bucks. And Lakers win the championship. Okay, I'm a Lakers fan. I might be slightly biased, but hey, that's my honest opinion. That's really my honest opinion. As the time I'm recording this video, within the next couple days, we get to see the Portland series between the Lakers versus the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, I hope we really do well, or like at least grab game one, because game one really sets the tone for the series. Most of the time. I mean, LeBron proved it wrong like 4 years ago. But if you guys want more videos about me discussing stars in the bubble and just general predictions, smash that like button. And guys, we are almost there to 60. Can we get to 60 before the end of season 1? Yeah, this episode marks like halfway into the season. So, alright, ladies and gentlemen, good night.